welcome to another episode of On Two Wheels. Today we're coming to you from Fraser Motorcycles, and we've got a very special little section in this program. It's called Heels and Wheels.
Heels and Wheels is an initiative of Fraser Motorcycles to help promote women in motorcycling. Tonight's event has lots of information sessions for the women to enjoy, as well as some great products to look at.
And later on I'll be looking at some ladies wear and some motorcycle accessories and safety gear.
And I'm just here for the women.
Tonight is all about feeling comfortable, enjoying yourself, and if there's any questions you need answered about anything to do with motorcycling, the staff will do their best to help you out.
I'm here today with Nathan from Fraser's over in Perth, and we've had a really good turnout today. All the girls have turned up for Heels and Wheels event. As you can see from the numbers today, there's certainly a definite interest in finding out more about motorcycle maintenance. So Nathan, what are you going to teach us today?
Personally, I'm not going to teach you a real lot. I'm a salesman, so I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty, but...
We've got the wrong person getting off!
No, it's all good. So, our first session out here in the workshop tonight, we wanted to kick off with more of an intermediate motorcycle maintenance because we have another session going in the showroom, which is actually getting your license. So they're the kind of people that are going to want to know tyre pressure and stuff later on. So this one's actually a little more advanced as far as changing your own oils if you're up for it yourself. Keeping the oil fresh in any vehicle is obviously really important, so we want to try and promote a bit of that. Obviously we're a service department, we've got to tick the dollars over, but we do like to encourage people to give it a bit of a crack themselves, so more like your oil filter, your oil change, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little more than actually just keeping the tyre pressures and the fuel topped up.
Well, I'm here with Danielle and Dana. They've both got their licence. One's just got her licence, and the other one's had hers for about a year and a half now. What are you doing? You're stepping up?
Yeah, I've got my 250 licence at the moment, but getting very bored. I'm
not fast enough.
Revving the crap out of it, so it can't be too good for the engine.
Want something faster?
Yeah, definitely. So
what are you looking to get?
I like the new custom 883.
Yep.
Very nice. 14.5 grand, so it's in the budget. Would love a monster.
Yep.
But moving up closer to building a house, you know, you got to get the priorities.
One by one,
yeah,
I guess.
That's it.
And what are you riding at the moment, or what are you going?
Just starting off.
Probably go for 250 something 250. Are you going to take over her bike, or is it?
Maybe.
Yeah, you buy hers off her, and she buys a new one.
We're back with Anthony this time, who is actually one of the mechanics here at Fraser's. He's going to run us through a bit of maintenance to help us novices get started.
Yep.
So what can you suggest as, you know, a newbie rider like myself? I want to do a bit of basic maintenance on my bike.
Okay.
What should I be looking at?
Okay, there's probably like 4 or 5 main things. The first thing is just come around the other side is the oil. Just go around this way.
Okay.
The most essential thing is check the oil. Most bikes have a sight glass, which is this little item here. You need to check that the oil is there, and obviously it goes up to the appropriate level.
So you're talking in these levels here?
Levels here is obviously like a minimum and a maximum.
Okay.
You've got to be somewhere in between that. That's a little bit high, but that doesn't matter. It's better to be higher than too low.
All right. Any particular time of the day that you should be checking that? Like,
no, so it's best first thing in the morning. Obviously, when you start your engine, the oil alternates.
Yep. Okay.
So first thing in the morning, before you get on the bike, lift it up to the central position, and then check your oil level.
Okay.
The most important thing, without a doubt. Without your oil, then your engine will stop, and there'll be big dollars and that sort of stuff. So go from there.
If my oil's low, what do I do?
Top it up. It's pretty simple. Every bike will have like just a filler plug. Just pull it out like that.
Okay.
Lift it out. Pour some oil in. Really simple. Just take it up to that maximum level. from there, you're set to go any time of day. So
Any recommended oil that I need to go for?
usually every manufacturer will have its own recommendations. Usually available in your service manual somewhere. It'll say the grade of oil and the type of oil.
Right.
From there, you can't go wrong.
Brilliant.
Okay.
How am I going to hold my bike upright while I'm filling it with oil?
It's pretty easy. Obviously, it takes a little bit of practice, but obviously your bike will be on your side stand.
Yeah.
I normally get on this side of the bike, pull it up with the front brake on, pull it up level, just crouch down and have a quick look.
Rightio.
Pretty simple. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you're there, it's pretty easy.
Okay.
Okay?
What's another thing that I should be looking at?
Okay, second thing is your chain adjustment.
Okay.
Just come around this side.
Chain adjustment.
Yep.
Why is this important?
Because it's what drives the bike. Obviously, between the engine and the rear wheel, that's what drives your wheel and that's what makes you go forward. So most manufacturers, like this one here, will have a recommendation as to the slackness of the chain or the tightness of the chain. Just read that again. Every manufacturer will have it available in the service manual or the owner's handbook. Just have a quick look at that. Make your measurement. Normally they suggest to measure it on the side stand, so put your side stand down, bike on its side, and just quickly move it up and down like that. Again, this here will be a 46 to 48 mil, quick measurement like that, around about, if you like, sort of 5 mil here or there, doesn't really matter.
When you say measure that, what am I measuring it against?
Okay, you're measuring the slackness, so that point there, it's the amount of movement there.
Right.
The centre point for the swing arm between the front and rear sprocket.
Okay.
Take a sort of centre point and move it up and down like that, and that's what your chain adjustment is. Again, the second thing with the chain adjustment, which is probably the most important thing, is you want to keep it constantly lubed. There's things in the market like Scott oilers, that sort of thing, which keep your chain all the time lubed, but to be honest, for $7 or $8, just buy yourself a tin of chain lube, probably once a week, spin your back wheel, put a bit of chain lube on, somewhere like that, spray it on, give it nice and lubed. Makes a bit of a mess, but
Spin your back wheel.
Yep.
What does this mean?
Okay, easy. Two ways really. You can most bikes provide a centre stand or some sort of paddock stand which will lift the rear wheel off the ground.
Okay.
If you can't afford one of them or haven't got one of them, the easiest way to do it, which is a little bit butch, is just to roll the bike forward, spray the chain, roll it a little bit more forward, spray the chain again, and just go from there. Just want to make sure, just sort of get yourself like a point. Most chains have got a bit of a mark on them like that.
Yes.
So just sort of mark from there. Okay, I've started there. Full revolution around, spray it with chain lube, and then you're all done.
Going back to the chain tension.
Yep.
If it's really loose or too tight, how do I adjust it?
Okay, really easy. Just crack the rear nut off. Either side, different bikes have different sides, but this one obviously crack it off on this side. So you loosen that nut there.
All right.
And then they've got alignment marks here. The one thing you want to make sure is that it keeps the continual mark, as in count the number of alignment marks there. And you want to keep it central to those marks. So if it's 8 on this side, 8 on the other side as well.
Right.
Pull your chain back on this one here, just undo that, and that'll pull the chain back. So you crack this lock nut off here.
Yes.
Screw that in, and then I'll pull the chain wheel back.
Where do I get the tools from to do this?
It's obviously just your local sort of, I don't know, your local automotive market, something like that. It's good to for whatever model you've got. For the amount of money that it costs, maybe you have to spend 30 or 40 bucks on tools. It's good to have them in your case or whatever. That way you can do your own sort of basic maintenance.
Okay. And how often would I have to be looking at something like that?
Sort of chain lube and chain adjustment. If you're doing sort of 500 to 1,000 Ks a week, or maybe 500 Ks a week, I'd look at it every week. But realistically, probably once a month.
So we're in the Harley Apparel department here.
Yep, this is all the Harley clothing that we have available for women. They bring out new things quarterly, so summer, winter, spring.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yep, all the time, and the stuff is always changing, and it's getting really funky and modern now, so
it is.
Keeps with the trends.
I like this number here that I've got on.
Yeah.
Shall we have a walk around and have a look at a few things? Yeah. Obviously we've got underwear and stuff, which you had here last year, I remember.
They've branched out into lingerie now, so
excellent.
Yep.
We've got singlet tops here, obviously the longer sleeve type apparel. We've got all the jackets and stuff over here, all the leather gear. Obviously getting quite modern with all the stuff here.
Yeah, a lot of these jackets are really functional for riding the bikes and also for just fashion, just walking around, you know, going out with your friends and stuff. They're also really good for that too.
Great. What I also wanted to show people was some of the safety gear that you've got here in the shop.
Basically here we have all your safety boots. The Jenny Rebs are more for the touring sort of bikes, so like your Harleys or your cruiser bikes. They're an all-round boot. Good strong leather to stop you getting burnt on the exhaust. Good solid heel so you don't twist your ankle when you're stopping at the lights. These are what we call a cruising boot, quite flexible and good for long rides, waterproof as well, and good grip on the bottom. And these are your race boots. So they've got your titanium toe sliders, shin support, and heaps of ankle support as well.
Great.
Yep.
And gloves are very important.
Yes, of course. So here we have top of the range protective gloves. These have titanium knuckles, these have carbon fibre knuckles. They've also got it all through your fingers and gel palms as well, so they're not only comfortable but like keeping your hands really, really safe if you were to come off. Our helmets as well.
Yes.
This is the top of the range, it's the RX-7 Ducati Arai helmet. It's a tri-composite shell, so it's made from 3 different kinds of materials. It's a great helmet to have. If you're just say to drop it or to hit your head on this side, because it's tri-composite, it's 3 different materials, it's not going to weaken this part of the helmet, so it makes it a lot safer. As you go down the line, come to your half open face, half full face. It's also very versatile as well. This flips down, so it's got the function of a full face helmet and the protection, but then also when you want to stop or if you want to talk, if you're riding 2 up, just flip the visor.
So there's some pretty functional helmets, and obviously safety is quite. You can't ride without your helmet.
Not at all, no.
Sam, I wanted to ask just something that I've heard, and I don't know if it's a theory or an old wives' tale. Is that if you drop your helmet, that's it?
Pretty much, yeah. The helmets are made for one impact.
Yeah.
So if you do have a fairly big crash, or you do drop your helmet quite severely, it's better to get it tested rather than use it again.
Okay.
With the tri-composite, like I said, if it's just you just drop it from about this high, it's mainly okay, but you still want to get it tested out. You should never be too sure. I mean, you've got one head, so you want to protect
that's right.
it.
You want.
We're at the all-Italian car show, but luckily they got bikes as well.
It's good to see, it's good to see. There's quite a range of cars down here behind us.
Oh look, right next to us is lovely Maserati. Absolutely beautiful looking
I've actually
car.
got my eye on the Ferrari that's just over there. That's quite a spectacular looking
Unfortunately, they got 4 wheels.
Yeah, too many.
Too many. And I'll tell you what, I've looked at a couple of those Ducatis over there and been talking to a couple of the boys with the Ducatis, and they've been telling me the sorts of speeds they do round the track on them.
Yes.
Not on the roads.
No, of course not.
How you doing, Craig?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, good.
Now, what is this, mate?
This is a Lambretta 750 SFC. They're an endurance racer, built for endurance racing in Europe in the early 70s, and they won a large amount of races, but they also built them for people to purchase for everyday road riding. But they are basically the machine that was built in the race shop for endurance racing.
For endurance racing. There wouldn't be much endurance racing over here in Australia, though. It's mostly Europe, was it?
It was mostly Europe. It still is Europe. They're still doing it, but of course the Japanese pretty much dominate nowadays. And when this model was made, the Japanese were starting to gain ascendance. So really in the early 70s, Lambretta was right up front there, won many of the races. In fact, placed first, second and third in a lot of them.
And we're here today with Jim, who's got this wonderful Lambretta scooter. What have you got here, Jim?
It's a 1969 Lambretta GP 200.
Okay.
It's pretty basic, stock standard. It's got a 34mm Dell'Orto carburettor, so it's got a bit of grunt. Even with all the bling, all the mirrors and that, it'll still do about 90 plus Ks. Yeah, so it flies. It's just it's a 70s theme. If anyone's seen Quadrophenia, it's not based on that. It's what we used to ride when we were 16, 17, kids, mods.
Yep.
It's a mod thing, and it turns heads. A lot of guys driving past in utes just don't get it, so yeah, but I don't care, I like it. It stays in the front room in my house as well. I don't keep it in the garage, it takes pride of place.
It looks like an awful lot of fun. Now, how many mirrors have you got on there?
10, yeah, 10 each side.
Okay.
When I had my one in the UK when I was a kid, I had 22. It's still not finished, there's still loads to do. I'll probably cruise along at 10 kilometres an hour when all the bling's done, but it's good fun, it's good going out on Sundays with your mates and having a beer and having some lunch and that. Yeah, it's
Were you
good
able to
fun.
find it locally, or did you have to bring it in from somewhere?
No, most of it you get on eBay or from the scooter shops in the UK. A lot of the stuff is, particular to modding up scooters, and there's not many scooters who do this. You know, you're either into it or you're not. Yep. So most of it I actually bought from the scooter shops in the UK. You know, you subscribe to the Scootering magazine, so lots of adverts. So yeah, a lot of it is sort of based in the UK, because it's only in the UK where they're still into this. It wasn't a European thing, and although you know, there are lots of clubs, and it's a big revival with mod scooters.
And right now we've got something very special for you, a new video from Matt Mingay and the Stunt Sync crew featuring the 2009 Harley range.
And in the end, you know, when we got to the verge here, she said, "Come on, you can take over," because he was a younger guy and he wanted to go, but we beat him, and that was on.
I don't think I'm actually going to get him to stop talking, but I will try.
Sorry.
I'm here with Chris and Liz.
Yes.
Now, both of them, you're here today at this Heels and Wheels.
Yes.
Now, you both got motorcycles.
Yes.
And you have a...
1200 Sportster customised.
And you have a...
Triumph Bonneville.
Triumph Bonneville. Now, you're looking at upping to something else.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to go to a cruiser because I'm fed up of sitting like this. I want to sit like this.
Yes.
There's not even an answer to that, is there? There's just calm. Now, your husband, I believe, has got a Rocket 3.
Yes.
Don't you fancy a Rocket 3?
No, it's too big for me. Probably too heavy. And
Yeah.
I'm a girly girl. I'd rather be on something that looks like me.
And what are you thinking of buying?
I fell in love tonight with the street bob, denim blue, downstairs.
So you think you might have a go?
Yeah. Oh, if I.
You're going to bring yourself along to have a ride?
Oh, definitely, because I sat on it and that was the first thing. The seat really suits me. And the second thing I think is, he took all my weight and I sat on it and felt really light. The next thing is to give it a ride and see
And how long have you been riding?
Oh God, good question. I haven't actually ridden for the last 2 years because I've had a baby, second child. And I had my first motorbike at 15.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then I met my husband about 7 years ago, and because he had a bike, I pillion passioned with him. And then eventually I thought, bugger this.
Yeah, get my own bike.
I could have my own, so he upgraded and I had his Bonneville, and rest history, but now I'm ready for the cruiser.
Yeah, I've been riding for 6 months. I inherited my husband's 800, learned to ride on that, and now I've got the 1200 Sportster, and now we're into Harleys, that's it.
You're going to stick with Harleys?
Yeah.
Are you looking at anything new here, do you reckon?
Yeah, there's a $3,500 job down the road there, which $35,000.
Does it go with your hair though?
No, I'll have to change my hair colour.
The new one, the one you got at the moment goes with your hair, is that right?
Yeah, the copperhead red. Yeah, I dyed my hair to go with the bike. I thought it made a good fashion statement.
Well, look, I hope you both enjoy yourselves riding and have a great time.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you down here riding one of them for a test ride.
No worries.
Good fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that was a great evening here at Fraser Motorcycles. We've seen some fantastic educational seminars.
Yeah.
Corey's met some fantastic women.
Of course.
Did you get phone numbers though?
It's not part of my criteria.
Now, Evie, you've learned a bit about bikes tonight.
Learned a hell of a lot about bikes.
Yeah.
So I've got to run out and get some tools now and do some bike maintenance.
Well, there's a couple here. You can take them home.
I think I'll have to teach you, Evie. We'll get in the workshop one day and we'll have to show you how to go through the bike and maintain the bike as opposed to just getting shown the basics.
Sounds great.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Did you learn anything?
I did. I went into the maintenance section.
Yeah.
I learned quite a bit.
Good stuff.
And it was great to see all these women that have shown up.
And we've got to say thank you to Fraser Motorcycles for putting this on.
Absolutely.
They've done a major job. They've supplied us wine, drinks all night.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the girls have missed out on the pizza because it wasn't vegetarian, but they're searching for it.
Yes.
Yeah. And well, that's about it.
Certainly is. We'll see you next week on Two Wheels.
Astro dialos, katana, fast, pusti, malaka, don't be filming that.
Two.
All right,
Make a Thara.
Right now we've got something special for you. We're taking a look at a new video from Matt Mingay featuring the 2009 Harley lineup. Hope you enjoy.
Hope to see you at the next meeting. Most welcome.
Well, what do you ride?
Oh, if I could tell you, I would have to kill you. No, not really. I ride anything from speedway bikes to road race bikes, motocross bikes, enduro bikes.
Nice.
Push bikes with motors, anything you can think of, I ride it. Yes.
Good stuff. Excellent.
No worries. Thank you, girls.
Yeah, very
Thank you
welcome.
very
Good show tonight.
Okay, hope you liked them.
Yeah.
See you soon. Bye.
A new video from Matt Mingay and the Stunt Sync crew featuring the 2009 Harley range.